pop it.
Damn, it's the intro? Yes, it's the intro. Damn, this is the intro? Yes, it's the intro. Damn, it's the intro? Yes, it's the intro. Damn, this is the intro? Yes, it's the intro.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap between the Minnesota Vikings and the Philadelphia Eagles. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And they finally get to him out near midfield, but he's all the way across the 45 to the 46.
In the course of a game, we focus on the offense and the defense, and we give lip service to the special teams. It's way bigger than that. The third phase of any football team, and special teams provided the spark to begin this game.
Now a play fake here on first down. Rolling to his right. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Against a team coming off a win, just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know that there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
So 2 incompletions have led them to an early 3rd and 10. Back to throw here. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. 4th down, so they send out Trenton Gill. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. They'll roll him out right. This one complete down the field to Goddard. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Give him 32 on the play.
You ask tight ends about their favorite routes to run, and surprisingly, this will pop up as one of their staples because they run so many routes in the middle of the field. How about this one? Starts downfield, bends it to the corner, great touch on the football, and they turn that one into a big play.
Watson on first down. Escaping the pressure right. He delivers another to Goddard, complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. The Eagles come into this one still undefeated despite the one tie. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. The man in motion is Brown. First carry of the game for Brian Robinson. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. On 1st and 10 is Spiller. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
2nd down, ball on the 3. First down marker at the 1-yard line. Right back to Spiller on 2nd down. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Ninth play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. Now they send a man in motion right. Robinson will try to pick it up. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Brian Robinson Jr. with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Eagles are on the board first here this afternoon. And that is off the left upright. It's no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Able to shake him up, and he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this first quarter. 6-0 our score after one. Looking to throw.
They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted.
And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. This time the extra point up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Taken at the 15, a short kick. And they'll have this all the way out to the 50-yard line. Excellent field position.
After return to midfield, I just wish we could open up the heads of the offensive and defensive coordinators, because right now the wheels have to be spinning because things just changed. Offensive playbook just opens up, and now on defense, do you play aggressively or do you lay back a little bit to try and calm things down?
Eluding the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Give to Cook out of the gun. And he's going to take this close to the first down marker as he stopped at the Eagles' 41. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a first down. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Touchdown!
Justin Jefferson.
His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings are back within a score. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And it's now 13-7. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
Now, that's the kind of return that warms the heart of a special teams coach. He'll be pushing us next time, Brandon, to make sure his guys are introduced in the starting lineups. These guys have such an influence on every game. The unsung heroes, remember, they have their own meetings, their own practice time, heck, their own spot on the bench in order to be ready to play each and every week.
Forced out to his left. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack.
Well, it certainly took too long to set up play action. That gave the pass rush time to get home for its first sack of the game. For their sake, they may start to think about the quick game and leave play action alone for a little while.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Watson, a little touch pass on the jet sweep. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Up the middle they go. It's Craig, and he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. In motion left goes Smith. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. On 3rd down, Robinson. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
They'll run here with Spiller. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run the football. And if you're going to throw it, something quick, get it out of your hands in a hurry.
Check 26, check 26.
They'll try and run. This is Robinson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Brian Robinson Jr. with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Eagles will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now stands at 13. The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42. Great return.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll drop to throw. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Back to throw. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. Well, this one hauled in. Again, it's Hooper. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Austin Hooper in the final seconds of the first half. And the Vikings are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the lead will shrink to 6. So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The final shot before the break. Watson. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman and REA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
And a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Daniil Hunter has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. The Eagles send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it. Vikings turn up the heat, and they block it. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are an extra point away from capturing the lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that will put them on top here in the third. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. At the line, this Philly offense set to go. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. Daniil Hunter able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his third sack of the afternoon. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now. And remember, he had his first punt blocked. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And this will be down just on the other side of midfield. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. The football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
And he's got this to Jefferson. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the lead is up to 8. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. On 2nd down, Spiller looking for space. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. The Eagles send out their punter now. Remember, though, he did have one block. Vikings turn up the heat, and they block it. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. On 1st and 10, Watson finds Spiller on the check down. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. Throwing on 2nd and long. Watson flush to his right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary, all of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. To the right side and complete to Jefferson. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. He'll get 15 and a Vikings 1st down.
They'll look to throw. Looking for the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
2nd and 10 now. Third quarter action from Philadelphia, PA. He'll drop to throw. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. A great play there. 27 yards. And the Vikings have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Lewis Seen. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over. Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll set up a throw, escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And the Eagles are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Robinson with another carry. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Eagles on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 4. And he's got his man. It's the tight end Goddard. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That 3rd down conversion good for 23. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Watson eluding the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Throwing on third down, Watson. And he fires one, but incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the fourth quarter here. You've held the team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
Desperation time. Watson on fourth down. He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Vikings are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on fourth down. Another solid game-changing play for this defense with the interception. At this point, though, I don't know that it's game-changing. I mean, they've got this one in firm control.
And you always hear about, those stories about someone left their game plan behind and maybe you benefit from it. I'm not going to say that that happened, but they certainly have appeared on defense to be a step ahead this entire game. Guys are always in the right spot in order to make a play.
The offense has had its moments, too. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. The 30. 10, 5, touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook with career touchdown number 109. That ties him with Barry Sanders on the all-time NFL list. And the Vikings are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Facing a big fourth quarter deficit here, things not looking good. This offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. After the sack on first down, Watson. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's third.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try and throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. To throw is Watson. Flush to his right. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up fourth.
That incompletion brings us 1 step closer to the end of this one. Maybe mercifully, partner. And let's face it, though, no surprise they're still flinging it around. They have pride, too.
On fourth down, Watson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Eagles unable to convert there on fourth. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. So now, just like that, things change dramatically. It's first and goal. They'll look to throw here. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. So first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's second and goal. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. And since the penalty occurred in the end zone, move the ball to the 1-yard line.
First and goal from the 1-yard line. Costly penalty.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Patterson now for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Offense set to begin their next drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. 2nd down and a run by Robinson. He really hasn't been able to get on track running the football, averaging less than 4 yards a carry.
Yeah, I think that they're going to enjoy the film session because all the defenders are filling their proper gaps on just about every play. And you know what they always say for a defensive coach? When I click off this film, I better see 11 jerseys in the picture going after the ball carrier.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll run again here with Robinson. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
That's a tremendous group effort there because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And now Watson throws another interception. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Going to throw right side here, complete. He'll get it inside the 20, and he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. A big play there on the catch and run. 32 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
Dalvin Cook so good in the open field, but he's equally good down here near the goal line. He can find those seams and just push his way through. So he might get another chance or two to punch this one in.
And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1 yard line. No gain on the play there, and they're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Extra point try now for Patterson. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the fourth.
Now, this is certainly one of the bigger losses that we are going to see for quite some time. And you have to think at this point where we're at in the fourth quarter with how wide this advantage is. For this offense, they're just trying to end things with a positive drive and then get the heck out of here.
Yeah, if this had been a concert, you would have heard plenty of sour notes in this one. But they certainly don't want to end it on one. They want to put together a few more throws like that and at least have a final drive to give them a little bit more hope as they move forward.
And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their fourth pick of the game. Instead, second down.
Throwing again is Watson. Flushed out right. He's going to let it fly. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
One last throw here for Watson. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.
Well, that second half, Charles, a little bit different from the first. Not only did we have the lead change after intermission, but they were able to pitch the shutout in the second half and get an impressive victory.
And what's the old expression? That's not quite how I saw it playing out in my head. You know they didn't expect this at all. As you mentioned, went into the half with the lead. Losing the game is one thing. Getting shut out in the second half, that's a surprise.
So for Minnesota, they get win number 10 on the year as they move to 10-1. And they'll return home next week to take on the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, it'll be loss number 6 on the season for them. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.